So, quarter-final match, I say, we've got Clough here. If you do follow the 8-ball world, then you should know the name Clough. IPA Tour professional, been around the scene for many years. He's a good solid stick, and recently, as I say, won his first major title with the World Professional Masters win, where he beat Chris Melling in the final at the Southwest Snooker Academy in Gloucester. It's very difficult in these tournaments, with open tournaments like this. I can't even do any research in terms of the other players here. So Marcus Guise reached the quarterfinals. As I say, he's got to have played reasonably well to get there. Very clever with that shot, developing it in off the black ball, or black and white stripe ball as they are now in these Super Amethyst Pro sets. Red's a deep, slightly deeper shade as well. It's a very, very good shot to move the black and also leave himself on the red. That was a difficult shot to play. He's played it with aplomb. This for a 1-0 lead then early doors. A very... So Marcus's first break. Good break actually, split the balls quite nicely. The Reds are out in open play. I think the way he's playing, he's obviously playing with no fear, and if you've got a chance at the table, you're able to take the balls out, then being given an opportunity in this rack, and the player of Lee's calibre is not going to really forgo a chance when he gets a chance at the table. One of the more deliberate and, well, I can't think of the word, deliberate meaning, you know, he takes his time over his shots on the tour. Generally results in playing the right shot at the right time, generally. We all like to see a little bit of flair, but Lee's able to play the flair shots and also play the right shot at the right time. He proved that in the first rack with the way he developed the balls to take out the clearance.
Table 7, quarter-final, question 7, Dave Adderall, Jason Hill. Dave Adderall, Jason Hill, table 7, question 7.
Drops in nicely on this yellow. Just needs to be a little bit careful where he leaves the cue ball for the black. You can see that he wants to finish probably a touch lower if in an ideal world. Finishing a touch lower would have meant that he'd been able to screw away from the yellow and leave himself an easier shot on the black into the corner. I think he can still play this shot. The black obviously goes in the corner. It's just whether he wants to leave it there or play for another pocket. The other option is to play for screw back and off the right hand side rail, come back across for the black into either the centre or the top corner, but he's not. It's just, well, he's got down, he's having a look, he's really not sure about this. He's obviously not left the perfect angle. Well, he's opted now to screw it. I'm not sure whether he's dead straight here. If he was dead straight, then this is to go back to the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Drop in behind the black, as I said. Didn't have enough angle to stun forward and play the black into the corner. He's got an option here now, whether he plays this into the middle or whether he plays this to the corner bag. Plays in the middle, so 2-0 the scoreline with Lee Clough to break in the third frame. Dry break, plenty of action on the cue ball though. Good plant, he's played into the corner, a little bit like the one that Jack Whelan missed earlier down the rail. He should be able to drop this in and land himself on the yellow to the corner. I think they're almost at the same level, the red and the yellow there, so he should be able to get past this red and screw off the side rail. Got a yellow to middle, so just needs to be a little bit careful where he leaves position here, because he's got one yellow to the middle, which is the obvious yellow, just to the right of the black. But where he's pointing now with his cue is where he needs to leave the cue ball for this yellow above the two reds. That's it, drops it in nice. That's a lovely shot. Left himself the right angle on that yellow to middle to play this one into the same pocket. Preferably would have been, oh no, it's okay, he's playing the one to the corner first. Sorry, I was thinking he needed to be straight to the one to the middle. Oh, he's left that a bit short. This one a little bit nasty now. I don't see dropping the yellow in as the problem here. It's just the cue ball is going to be running away from the black ball. Oh, he's overcut it, sorry, into the corner. Not happy with himself at all there, because he knows that leaving these chances for a man of Lee Clough's capabilities is going to cause him a bit of a headache, Marcus. One poor shot there, you think, the positional shot off that penultimate yellow. A little bit frustrating. He played the rack almost perfectly until that point. Another very good shot to develop the one red that was going to cause him some problems on that side rail. Should be able to drop that now into the middle pocket.
We are about to play by Nicholas Jacqueline Saunders on 14.
Three 0 then. Once he's got into the balls, Lee Clough has not missed a ball yet. He'd have preferred a better black ball than this. I think he'd preferred it much straighter, but he's knocked it in well, so 3-1. Keeps him in. There's left him a one cushion escape here on this red. Whoa. Wow. I can't believe he's ended up in between the two, not hitting a ball there. From where that was positioned, he's done very, very well to drop that ball in between the yellow and the red. Not making contact with either, but Lee does have the option of moving the ball here. And this is a case of whether he knows the rules, because he can move that red. He can move the white and he can move that red. Just whether he remembers the rules. Remember the first bit, he can move the white. I think what he's thinking about here is he could do with moving both reds. To be honest, I mean, the second red doesn't pose as much of a problem as this one at the top does, because that yellow on the top right corner only goes in that pocket. So I would move the red at the top and then play position on the other yellows on the right hand side to the middle pocket on the left or to the corner. I see what he's doing. He's playing the safety himself to try and give himself another 2 visits. Just drops in nicely behind the yellow. It's a thin little feather. Calls the total. Both players laugh. Always better to call it than have it questioned. Again, just not quite the right angle. This time you see Lee will be able to move this red. It makes the run out a lot easier because those yellows will now pot to the right corner. Surprised he hasn't moved the white here, to be honest. Well, because it hasn't helped him now. I'd have moved the white and just popped the red. It's almost time for my second pint of the night, I think. Conclusion of this game, run quickly to the bar, get a pint, get back for the semis. At least a semi-final to come up on the TV table. They're still hesitant as to whether the final will be played tonight or tomorrow. I think they've allowed themselves a little bit of leeway, you see, by playing an extra session today in the team event. It just means there's a little bit more time tomorrow, so... Again, it's not ideal position, is it, on this yellow? I think he'd be better off playing this to the corner, you know. Leaves him a better angle to run back to the yellow on the bottom rail. A tougher shot, of course, but the better shot, the right shot to play at the right time, as I've been saying all day. Yeah, he's played it well. This then looks like the end for Marcus Guise. He'll be glad that he's got one on the board, but looks like a reasonably decent player. Lee's left himself just about enough of an angle here to top this through off the one rail. Wow, almost didn't raise his hand, but he has left the black. As Lee Clough then into the semi-finals with a 4-1 win over Marcus Guise.